Medusa is one of the three Gorgon sisters, born to the primordial sea deities, Phorcys and Ceto. The Gorgons are monstrous beings, but Medusa is unique among them. While her sisters, Stheno and Euryale, are immortal, Medusa is mortal. In her early life, Medusa is not the monstrous figure she later becomes. She is described as a beautiful maiden, so radiant that her beauty attracts the attention of gods and mortals alike. She serves as a priestess in the temple of Athena, the goddess of wisdom, warfare, and crafts. As a priestess, Medusa takes a vow of celibacy and dedicates her life to serving Athena, living a life of purity and devotion. Medusa's life takes a tragic turn when Poseidon, the god of the sea, becomes infatuated with her. Poseidon rapes Medusa in Athena temple, defiling the sacred space. In some myth versions, Medusa and Poseidon engage in a consensual relationship, but this still violates her vows of celibacy as a priestess of Athena. Athena, enraged by the desecration of her temple and the violation of her priestess, decided to punish Medusa. Instead of directing her wrath at Poseidon, who is a powerful god, Athena transforms Medusa into a monstrous figure. Her beautiful hair turns into a nest of venomous snakes, her skin becomes scaly, and her gaze gains the power to turn anyone who looks directly at her into stone. This incident led Medusa to be exiled to a remote island, where she lives in isolation, feared and reviled by all. As a Gorgon, Medusa becomes a symbol of terror. Her appearance is so horrifying that even a glimpse of her face can petrify a person. She lives with her sisters, Stheno and Euryale, in a dark, desolate place far from civilization. Despite her monstrous form, Medusa is not inherently evil. She is a victim of divine punishment and the whims of the gods. Her life is one of solitude and suffering, surrounded by the stone statues of those who have encountered her. Medusa's fate was sealed when the Perseus was sent on a quest to retrieve her head. King Polydectes of Seriphos, who desires Perseus' mother, Danae, sends Perseus on this seemingly impossible mission to rid himself of the young man. Perseus accepted the challenge, knowing that Medusa's gaze can turn him to stone. With the help of the gods, Perseus was equipped with tools to complete his task. Athena gives him a polished shield to use as a mirror, allowing him to avoid looking directly at Medusa. Hermes provides winged sandals, enabling him to fly. Hades granted him a helm of invisibility, and Hephaestus gives him a sword strong enough to cut through Medusa's neck. Perseus entered Medusa's lair, a dark and grim place filled with stone statues of those who had met her gaze. Medusa lies asleep, her serpent hair coiled and motionless. Using the reflection in Athena's polished shield to avoid looking directly at her, Perseus approaches carefully. With a single, precise strike, he severs Medusa's head from her body. From her neck, two beings emerge: Pegasus, a winged horse, and Chrysaor, a giant holding a golden sword. These are the offspring of Medusa and Poseidon, born from her blood. Perseus takes Medusa's head, still possessing its petrifying power. He carries it with him. He uses it to turn the sea monster Cetus to stone, saving Andromeda. Later, he returns to Seriphos and uses the head to petrify King Polydectes and his court, who had wronged his mother. Eventually, Perseus gives Medusa's head to Athena. The goddess places it on her shield, the Aegis, where it serves as a symbol of protection and strength.